Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today, we're going to be doing something you didn't think was possible. We're going to be supercharging my wrecked Tesla. So this Tesla was in an accident. It holds a rebuilt Washington title. Okay, so yeah, it shouldn't be able to supercharge. Tesla bans and blacklists these cars from the network, which is true, and they've done it before. And for a long time, I couldn't supercharge this car. But then yesterday, I was at the service center, and I just decided to plug the car in, and it's supercharged. Super random. The way you tell if you have supercharging is you're going to plug in a destination that's far away, like Missoula, Montana, and boom, it plotted me 2 supercharger stops, one in Liberty Lake, Washington, one in St. Regis. So currently, we are headed to the supercharger in Airway Heights. It's this one over here. As you can see, once I start calculating the route, it doesn't say anything. But once it loads in, we're going to get preconditioning battery for faster charging. So once that shows up, it might take a second to load. But anyway, so we're going to supercharge this car. And to clarify, I have not done the Tesla high voltage inspection. If you want to have supercharging enabled on your Tesla Model 3, you know, after it's been in an accident or something like that, and it bears a salvage or rebuilt title, you have to go through Tesla, and they actually drop the high voltage battery pack out of the car, do a visual inspection, make sure everything's legit, make sure there's 0 damage. If there's even a dent in it, they'll fail it. It costs anywhere, like I've seen people who paid $500 for it. I've also seen people who paid $2,000 for it. So it really varies. And I haven't done it to our cars because obviously, you know, we don't road trip that much. We drive Seattle to Seattle like maybe once or twice a year, or Montana maybe a couple times a year. And we just use CCS, you know, Electrify America, which is Electrify America. So, you know, it works okay. And I did the CCS retrofit to this car because I was like, well, why not, instead of spending, you know, $1,500, instead I spend, you know, $400. So that was my reasoning behind it, because we don't road trip enough. Supercharging is amazing though. Best network out there. So yeah, no inspection done on this car. This car is completely blacklisted. It has no warranty. Tesla took the warranty. So it's kind of funny because after I took, I went and bought parts for the blue car. That was the main reason. I was at my service center. They actually took supercharging from the other car. So the blue car could supercharge. Like, it would plot me a destination and stuff like that. But the thing is, right after that, I went into the car, plotted a navigation route, and it was like charging needed to reach destination. So that's the main reason you tell. And then this car just randomly started supercharging. Pretty crazy. And so as I'm driving there, I want to give you a brief history on rebuilt Teslas and supercharging. So it all started with the legend Rich Rebuilds. He rebuilt his Model S P85 Dolores from 2 Teslas. One was a wrecked Tesla that had been like rolled. The car was in smithereens. And then the other car was a flood Tesla, which he got from like Florida or something like that. So he got a pretty good deal on both. Essentially what he did is he rebuilt both cars, or no, he combined both cars into one car, Dolores. In total, after he sold off all the parts, it was $6,500. It inspired a lot of people. So I'm not saying he was the first, but he definitely was one of the first to document it. Really smart guy. Anyway, so then a lot of people started doing it, and there was a time where, you know, everyone was like, oh, Teslas just get blacklisted. There was no way to re-enable supercharging, except there was an unofficial policy. And if you look up a story about a family who was on a road trip, and they had a salvage Tesla, and it supercharged for a while. I think it was like 6 months before they owned it. And then one day they went on a road trip, and boom, it wouldn't supercharge. And then Tesla quoted them $10,000 to re-enable supercharging. 10 grand. Like, you can get so much for 10 grand. You could buy, like, anyway, 10 grand. So then, you know, this went on, and then eventually there was all these other ways. People figured out ways to hack the MCU to make it able to supercharge, which was just, you know, kind of dangerous. Not dangerous, but also you would just get sued out of your mind from Tesla if they found out. Anyway, so people were just figuring out ways to supercharge. CCS was a big thing. And then finally, about like a year ago maybe, Tesla reinstated the salvage title high voltage safety inspection. Pretty much like I said earlier, they drop the battery out of the car, do an inspection, $1,500. So if I do that, I can supercharge full time. Like, I wouldn't have to pay a dime. Well, I mean, I have to pay a bunch of money, but I wouldn't have to worry about not being able to supercharge, and I wouldn't have to use CCS anymore. So I'm really hoping. I'm headed to Seattle on the 9th for the EV Expo. So I'm hoping I'm going to take this car out there and use supercharging and not Electrify America. So that's a brief little history there. Pretty cool. And then I'm going to insert the video of when I discovered this yesterday. Okay guys, this is kind of an impromptu video. I'm at the service center right now, and my car is gonna let me supercharge. I just tried it over at the Superchargers out back of the Liberty Lake Service Center. We'll go ahead and rip it over here. We're at 72%, like, we're not gonna get much. These are V3s. Usually when I plug in, it's like, supercharging unavailable, supercharger not installed or whatever. I don't know, that doesn't make sense, but okay, let's see here. Hard on the brakes. Starting to charge. Come on. I just heard the contactors below close. And look at that. We're supercharging right now. That's crazy. What? This is a salvage car and never supercharges. What the heck? We're supercharging. Holy crap. This is like somewhat a glitch. This is actually kind of crazy. Wow, look at that. 54 kilowatts, but like, we're at the top end of the charging curve. That's insane. Anyway, taking the exit here. The superchargers are right over there. You might be able to see them actually. Let's see, we are 1 minute away. Battery temp is probably pretty good. I'll have to look. Problem is I use my phone to record, and the app that I use for battery temps is actually on here. How does this roundabout work here? Okay, we're good. Here we go. Coming in hot. That sunset is beautiful. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna hop right here. I know, right? Okay, so yeah, the supercharger. Here we are. Let's see if this actually works. I'm 1000% sure it's gonna work because it worked for me the other day, as you may have seen in the earlier clips. Well, which lane do I need to be in? I need to be in this one. Shoot. I don't ever really drive out here. Okay. There they are. No one's using them. Elon reserved them all for me. Here we go. I don't have FSD, so I actually gotta drive. It's probably so stupid to film and drive at the same time. All right. There we are, the Superchargers. I think these are V3s. They've got a trash can out here. I've been here once before and got denied by the supercharger. All right, let's back in. I don't even know like where to plug in. Like I know where to plug in, but like apparently there's like supercharging etiquette or something like that. Wow, why do they make so much noise? They make a lot of noise. All right, are you guys ready? Supercharger. This is no inspection, no high voltage inspection. Boom, plugged in. Ready? Starting to charge. Boom. 14 minutes remaining. Turn this AC off. 107 kilowatts. I'm literally supercharging, you guys. 119. Wow, this thing actually ramps up. I'm not used to this. I'm used to Electrify America. Wow, almost 150? See if it goes higher. Maybe these are 150 units. No, 151? Of course, I'm not used to this. 158? Okay, yeah, this is definitely... 164, this is definitely a 250 unit. But man... Total loss is charging. Everyone was like, salvage Teslas will never be able to supercharge. But we are, in fact, supercharging. Let's see here. Thanks, Elon. You really clutched up here. What's in here? Oh. Let me stick the fans on these things go crazy. Whoa. Just give up? Yeah, look at that. What are we at now? 154? 13 minutes remaining? Absolutely ripping it. Let's see here. All these other stations. It's interesting. I feel like there should be like a piece of plastic down here. It looks weird. I'll give you guys this. I don't even know. All the charger people will know this. But man, total loss is supercharging. Okay, let's enter service mode here. I'm gonna blur out my VIN because I don't want Tesla to see that and permanently blacklist me. But 93 degrees out, jeez. Let's see if there's any alerts. Okay, what is that? I don't even know. Anyway, the other errors that you're gonna see there, those aren't related. Wait, no, wait. I use this stuff all the time. High voltage system charging. Dang it. This is, wow, already at 56%. Okay, I don't know what that means, but 390 DC, is that amps? Anyway, but look at that. You can see it's connected. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I didn't do any hacks here. Like, this is purely, like 100%. Oh gosh, dang it. There was one more thing I wanted to see. This is like 100% luck. You know, I don't know how long this is gonna last. I bet you it's gonna be disabled like next month. Like, I bet you I won't be able to supercharge next month. So, of course, oh, you can hear the fans kicking on. They gotta cool this battery down. 7 kilowatts already. Okay, what was I looking for? High voltage system. Let's see if it shows me the fast chargers. I want to see, they're the fast charger conductors. Maybe HVIL. I love this thing. That's so cool that they do that. Charging. Oh yeah, fast charger contactors closed. I just wanted to see that. That's it. We already gained 8 kilowatts. How much did I have to pay for this? Did this cost me a crap ton of money? Oh my gosh. $2.99? Just kidding. It's actually not that bad. That's what I paid Electrify America. Oh, the fans are shutting off. All right. Back on the road. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can supercharge. I can supercharge my Salvage Tesla. I'm turning the air on. I don't care how bad the audio is. Everyone's like, you don't buy a Salvage Tesla, you can't supercharge. Just kidding. Obviously, the inspection is available, and I would highly recommend that. But yeah, there we are. I made a video a long time ago where I was like, I wonder what it's like to supercharge, just as a joke, because I've never been able to. I always use the Electrify America units with my stupid CCS adapter that's like a literal brick. I bet you this thing, let me pull it out of the center console here. I bet you it decreases range to carry that thing around. Let's see, it's in here. Yeah, this thing right here. I bet you range is literally decreased with this, actually. Let me pull up my car vehicle, whatever you want to call it, additional vehicle info. Yeah, look at that. You can see CCS is installed. Let me merge here. You probably can't even see that. I'm also on autopilot 2.5. It doesn't make sense to upgrade to FSD. But yeah, they all said it couldn't be done. But let me just show you this. Let's just plug in, like, California. Yeah, like California, USA, 754 miles away. Finding superchargers. Sorry, I'm trying to reorganize my car. Yeah, look at all those charging stops. I could literally drive all the way to California right now. Albeit if I got stuck, well, that's pretty. If I got stuck on the way there, like on the way back, where I get there and then I couldn't supercharge home and had to rely on Electrify America, that would suck. But yeah, so cool. I know, we can supercharge now, just for the time being. Let's see, charging. Yeah, last paid session, $2.72. It bills my credit card automatically. I just had to set it up afterwards because after that it was, we went into dark mode. After that, I was gonna like get sent to collections, they said. So thanks so much for watching. This has been an awesome video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna be posting a lot of this about this on Twitter. Actually, maybe not. We'll see. At Occupy Mars, Tesla_Winston. So I'll show you guys how long it lasts. If it lasts, you know, for a long time, that'd be sweet. Like I said, I'm driving to Seattle, and it'd be cool to actually experience a full, you know, Tesla road trip, not Electrify America. So we'll see if it lasts that long. But thanks so much for watching, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. It'd be cool if there was a news story done on this. That'd be sweet.